Welcome to another edition of Small Talk for You. I wanted to go back to polymorphism to wrap one small thing up today. And that's this. If you look here in this little sketch example I gave, I had one method that I had to do to cover the polymorphic behavior between these various instrument type classes. So I had a savings account, instrument, and stock account. And I just had to implement current value. Now that's fine, that demonstrates polymorphism. But in a larger sense, sometimes you have more things to do than that. So for instance, let's say you had some class that you wanted to add collection-like behavior to. Well, there's a whole bunch of code you might want to implement. At, put, at, add, add all, and so on. You might want to cover a whole bunch of these methods in ANSI API, maybe even some of these in CLDT API. So you want to go in here and cover these methods to make sure that your collection-like object responds appropriately to all collection-type messages. I've seen people do this adding collection-type messages to object, for instance, in order to have any object act like a collection. If you want to be able to do that, and then you don't want developers further down the line to be surprised, you might have to cover a whole lot of code. So just bear in mind that when you decide to go down the polymorphic route, you need to be careful to cover all of the appropriate methods, not just some tiny little subset like I was doing here. Now in this case, I had a very simple subset. I defined it as one method, and that was it. But if you're trying to cover something that came out of the base system, like collection, you're going to have a bigger job at hand. And just be aware that you'll probably get some exceptions from developers who aren't familiar with what you did if you don't cover everything. So, that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever small talk you're using.